Alright guys, welcome back to Growing Through Gardening. We are in this crazy mess of a workshop. I won't look around too much because, man, it's something. Anyway, it is January 15th, and I am back home from my parents' house. And they've got a couple of trees that I'd like to, well, a tree and a shrub that I'd like to grow, and I don't really know where to find them in the store. So I'm going to try to propagate some cuttings here. I've tried propagating cuttings in the past. I'm going to straighten it here a little bit. Tried propagating cuttings in the past with pretty poor results most of the time. Had a little bit of success one time with a sumac, and then just kind of dropped the ball on it. So I guess, let me just walk you through the plants we're doing. This guy right here is a redwood. I believe it's either a dawn redwood or a coast redwood. But it's been growing at my parents' house since I was just a little kid, and this thing is enormous, and I'd love to have one. So we're going to try that. And this guy here is a type of viburnum. And I think it's called a spice bush viburnum. I'll have to look on that again just to be sure about it. But it gets these beautiful smelling white flowers, these bunches of white flowers in the spring, and I haven't been able to find that anywhere, so we're going to try and get it from here. So I'd cut these at my parents', and I tried to get big cuttings so I wouldn't have to keep a whole lot of different things wet, and I just stuck some paper towels in this cup, just a little coffee cup, and wrapped them in some paper towels, then just filled it up with water before I left. And it didn't spill a whole lot on my way home, and yeah, they have wet bases still. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I've never done hardwood cuttings before, which is what this is. I've done usually what's called greenwood cuttings, or I've done hardwood cuttings in the summer with, again, mixed results. So we're going to try some hardwood cuttings in the winter. It's a good shot of the ceiling there, isn't it? So I've got my water jug that I'm going to put these in, and my specimens. So let me try and separate these out a little bit. Like I said, I took big cuttings, so they're kind of a mess here. This one's already cut, snapped off a little bit. I'm going to start with the redwood here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these guys right here at the bottom of each of these. Alright? So there's those. And each of these little guys is a node, so these have plenty of nodes on them. So I'm not too worried about how close I'm getting to a node on these. But what I think I'll do, just to make stuff a little bit easier, is I'm going to cut these guys right here. So we're going to try a couple of different things. So I've got these little sticks here that I'm going to do, and I'll just set everything off to the side for now. It'll be fine. I believe it'll be fine while I do this. But who knows? We're learning stuff together here. We are going to grow through gardening together. How about that? Okay. I'm going to try some different lengths of these things too and see how they do. Yeah, let's see here. I'll take this guy right here. I'm going to leave this one here like that. Probably take him there. Like I said, I'm just trying some different combinations of stuff to see if I can find something that's going to work for me. And look, this looks like 2 different years worth of growth here. You see that? See kind of this color and texture change right here in my big ugly fingernail? I'm also going to try to cut one of these right on that, and we'll see how it goes. Now I'm not going to be labeling any of this stuff because I know what it looks like. And we can see where the cuts were made even after it starts growing. So it might seem like I've got a whole lot going on right here, as in a lot of chances, like how many redwood trees do I need? I only want one. So this is telling you how confident I am in this happening here. Okay, and this one's got a couple of years in here. 1 inch or so below that big node. And this one, I think I'll leave this big chunker like that. So we'll try that. So, let's see. I'd like to go ahead and start putting these in water here. So I'm going to take my label off so I can see what I'm doing. And of course it's nothing special. You see that big blue oval there. I am not spending a whole lot of money on root beer, cream soda, or whatever this one was. What was this one? Fruit beer. Not spending a whole lot there. So, I don't want to submerge these all the way, but I also want to give them support to grow. So I think what I'll do is maybe cut right here. Take my little razor knife. Here. Let me do that again. Yeah, somewhere in here. About the hole. Okay. He struggled with this bottle for 40 minutes. I tell you what, one of the things I hate seeing most of all is people getting stuff perfect on the first try in videos, man. Clearly, that's not me. Anyway, here you go. Got a nice little container, and it's free. Would have been trash, would have ended up in landfill, and somebody can say, oh, well, what if you recycle it? You ever seen a recycling center? It's like an indoor landfill. It's a nice little funnel, so I'm going to hang on to that. And there's your reason why the workshop looks the way it does. Okay. Blow off the bottoms of those just a little bit. And then dump a load of dirt down on the bottom there. Good job. I'm going to rinse that out. Let's dump that in my trash bag. I'm sure it'll dry before I have a chance to throw that out. Okay. Alright. There we go. Those are down in there. Alright. That seems okay. I can always add more if I have to. Let's see, we got another one. Another redwood there. And is this a redwood? It is. This is another redwood. And like I said, it looks like I've got a whole lot of cuttings here, and that's because I do. Because I haven't had luck with these before, with propagation. And I really do wonder if the reason I haven't had luck with it is because I just haven't tried enough. You know, I didn't do enough samples. I didn't do enough twigs. Because who knows? Maybe every specimen isn't good to propagate. You know, maybe not all of them have what it takes to make a tree in them. They might not have that program running. So we're trying all different ages of wood here. Alright. I'm going to check your battery real quick and I'll be right back. Looks like you're good for a minute. But check it out. Look at all the different tries I have here to get a redwood out of one branch. That was the branch I cut off their tree. Everything was off that one branch with a bunch of little twigs coming off of it. So, like I said, who knows? We will find out together. The one thing I do know I'm doing right is I'm putting the bottom portion of the twig in the water. I at least know enough to not try and put them in upside down. This one's got a bunch of different nodes and a bunch of different ages on it. I'm going to try a big one and see how that guy does. Okay, so let's do some viburnum now. And again, we're just going to try a mix of a whole bunch of different stuff here and see what works and what doesn't. And some of these I'll leave more complex like this, since this one's a little shrubbier. You know, we'll leave some complexity going at the top, since they make itty bitty little cuttings if I do that. But again, let's go for... Ooh, there goes my toes. For some differentiated cuts here. You know? Here, I'm going to try this too. Well, I'm not going to waste those. Because who knows? Maybe those tiny little things will do something, even though they're just floating down in there. But I'm going to go in between these nodes and cut off some branches and see how that works. Ding! That's fun. Yeah, why not? Why not? Just try all different stuff. And we'll see what works. Alright. Okay. Let's get these big ones here. And what's nice is that I can tell there's a lot of green in this wood. And I'm pretty sure that's what I'm looking for. Sorry if I keep bumping you guys into this light here. I hope that light's not right on your shot. Probably is though, huh? Yeah, whatever. You get the idea. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty. Let's see how this guy does. Go ahead and stand these up and settle them in a little bit. Alright. Okay. Nice. Nice. I think that's a little too much going on here. Alright. You check your battery again. Just because you're getting low, and I don't want you guys to miss all this excitement. Yep, still good. I'm fading out and checking your battery lots because I learned a lot last year filming the chicken coop videos that this thing, this battery on this camera, just likes to die on me. And when it does, I'm usually in the middle of doing something, so I like to stop and check the battery quite often. Okay. So I was talking with my buddy the other day, rather chatting, I guess. We were online, and we got talking about gardening goals, actually setting some goals for this year, goals for 2020. And I've never really said my goals out loud. He's actually starting a YouTube channel this year along with me, and we're going partners on a separate channel, all about gardening and stuff like that. His is Green Thumb in the Bluegrass, because he's a Kentucky boy too, and he actually lives right across the street from me, which is going to make these collab videos pretty cool. But we were talking about gardening goals, and he had a great big list, and then he asked me what mine were, and this was one of them: learning how to propagate trees and bushes and stuff like that. That was one of them. Boy, we're getting awful tight now, aren't we? I'm going to start making these bigger. So yeah, if you haven't sat down and written your goals down, if you just sort of mutter them to yourself on your drive home, try writing them down. I mean, do it right now while you're listening to me work, breathing heavy and all that kind of crap. Let's get a piece of paper. Start jotting down things you want to accomplish in your gardens in 2020. I mean, they don't have to be your gardens, but since you're on a gardening channel, I imagine you're kind of into that sort of thing. But write them down. I don't write my goals down very much, and it makes it easy to forget about them. It makes it easy to ignore them. It makes it easy to make excuses about them if you don't have them written down. And don't be afraid to write down too many goals, because he asked me what mine were, and after I said them all, I was actually kind of overwhelmed with all my goals. But Mike there said, hey, even if you only get half of that done, you made some really good progress this year. And yeah, I guess he's right. I guess I have. Or I guess I would have. Add some more water to this. Alright. I'm going to pause you guys for a minute. Now I'm going to get another container to finish up this viburnum, because this is tight and full. And I'm hoping it's not over full. I'm hoping those roots don't tangle up into each other too much. But I'm going to get another one for this. So I'll be back in a second. Alright, I'm back. I found an old pint glass from college. Nice heavy bottom. Should keep this thing from tipping over. So that ought to do quite nicely. So let's get going. Or let's keep going. Ooh, easy there, Tiger. Oh, look at this one. It's a big complex piece with a whole bunch of different woods on here. Okay, how am I going to do this? Well, this looks like a good spot to cut. Ooh, stiff. Okay, now there's that one. Let's go halfway down with that. Let's give that thing a little bit of space. Ooh, boy. Making sure I don't pinch my fingers when I do this. And we got all tangled up in my cords. Then we got this great big dude here. Okay, so I'm going to try just a big beefy cut here. Oh boy, if I can. Where are my loppers? Right over in this other pile of mess here. Alright, they were off in the corner of my workshop here. So, let's snip. Bingo. Boom. And let's go right below this node. I mean this node right here. Let's go right below there. And let's go right down here. Right down here like that. Okay. Now I smell life already, and I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if it's the algae that's on the side of these branches, starting to liven up in the water, or if it's the cuttings themselves. But it smells vaguely like an aquarium. And, well, I just think that's awesome. This thing's super complex and convoluted. I'm going to leave that like it is and see what happens. Because who knows. I'm going to go and bring that water level up a little bit. Okay. See how it goes with these. I'm going to snip those off there. And I'm going to leave that big bunch down at the bottom and see if that helps at all. See if that does anything. Okay. I'm just going to toss those little ones. And this is dead, so I am going to snip that off. Alright. Well, I think that should do it, huh? Guess I could have used a bigger container for this one as well. But hey, everybody's down in the water, so that's what matters. I'll raise the water in both of these a little bit. You know, I'm not sure if I should be giving these light or not, so I think I'll leave this one on. This is just an LED bulb, so it doesn't get hot, doesn't use much electric. Yeah, I think I'll just put that like that. Put it right over top of these guys. And, yeah, I think we'll just see how they go. Let me get you guys up closer here. So, yeah, that's what we got going on. Those are our cuttings, and that's one of our goals this year, is to get better at propagating hardwood plants. I'll do the other goals in a different video. But thanks for coming along. I'll see you guys on the next one. Happy growing.